You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
What's up, people of the internet? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'll be talking about a figure that I've waited a lot for. And this is not Donatello, or the official name Musketman Autumn, so they don't get sued. This is made by the company Rage Toys, which have started a TMNT line, and yeah, I really like this figure. Now let's get right into the review. So the box is really interesting because it's a black box with the figure on it and some filters. On the back there's actually the lore of the figure, but it's written in a really stupid way, so you basically can't read it because it's orange on orange, orange text on orange background. So the good thing is that they added an insert in the box that has the story written pretty good. So pause if you want to read it. Now, as I've talked about the box, let's get right into the figure itself. So the figure is peak, best TMNT figure after the Mesco and the Revoltech, in my opinion. This figure is awesome. The detail is insane. The hinge here, it should be painted, but my copy had a loose elbow, so I added Kiki, and it just made the paint fall off. But it is painted. Here I didn't apply Kiki, and as you can see, there is still paint. But anyway, the figure is awesome. It has so much detail. Like, these screws are painted really nicely, and the skin is like a real turtle. The hands are appropriately big. The head here is awesome, but this isn't actually the actual head of the figure. I'll talk about that later. But even though it's not, it still has awesome paint on the goggles. The back is awesome. Has a backpack here, a backpack here. This is weapon storage, but I don't use it. I'll explain why later. And here is some machinery. The shell is a bit of a soft plastic actually, which is nice. The tail here, and there is some it's not actual fabric, but it's really nicely made. But this is actual fabric, and it's awesome. This is also fabric, and yeah, a soft goods headband is something that I really like, because this I really like this line for having soft goods fabric. And yeah, now on to a lot of accessories. So this figure's actual accessories, not the, because it says it's a gift pack, but it comes with the extra accessories just to make it look like the turtle itself. But the accessories that this figure is meant to come with is this gun, the musket. It has a trigger here, but I accidentally broke it. I'll explain how a bit later. We have this knife here, the blade, which uh, which without the gift pack, it's useless. But the good thing is that the gift pack is in every package, if you buy from 5K Toys at least, which I'll link below. We have this clip for the musket, which plugs in right here at the back. And I also use it for weapon storage for other things. We also have this belt here with grenades that you can put here and also take out, and you have a separate relaxed hand which fits the grenades perfectly. And this belt actually goes right here on the leg. And yeah, it's awesome. Now, what else? Of course, the figure's head. This is the head that the figure is advertised with. It's the Musketman Autumn head. It's not that painted in the back, but the front has the paint because you don't see it. It's meant to be in the hood, which is still awesome. And it also comes with this soft goods scarf, which looks great, but I don't display it with them because I bought Donatello to be Donatello. And now for the pair of a bunch of hands that it has. So it has a pair of these relaxed hands, a pair of these grippy hands for the staff, a pair of open hands here, and a singular pointing hand, which is meant to be the trigger hand, but the hole here that is meant to have the musket going, it's way too small and it doesn't fit the musket. So yeah, that's how I broke this, and I just use it as a pointing hand or a hand to hold the staff in an angle. And yes, the staff is part of the quote-unquote gift pack, and it's the only way to actually use this because you can plug this here, the knife. And also, the gift pack comes with this arm here, which is articulated, but my copy is a bit loose. And this piece here, the satellite dish, but I have to warn that it's really easily breakable. I already have broken it. It's not meant to look this way, I glued it wrong. It's meant to look this way here, because I broke the plastic here. And yeah, it still plugs in here, but I use it way less often. And also, the weapon storage here is a bit too tight for the staff. It's meant to hold the staff. You can put it, but there is a risk of this piece or this piece just getting off, falling off, because they are glued in, and yeah, I had to re-glue it because it already fell off. So yeah, this figure does have its problems, but it's still awesome. And now on to articulation. So for articulation, this turtle, Donatello can look up this much, even though his head is on a double ball joint, but he can look down pretty well, tilt pretty decent actually, and of course the swivel. Arms go all the way around, they go up this much, and it's good that it doesn't have anything obstructing the range of them here. To the front. It would have been nice if he had butterfly joints for the staff, but this is still pretty good. Of course, elbow swivel and 90 degrees on the elbow. The hands are on a ball joint, which I hate, because if you move them too much, they might fall off. Of course, they're not gonna fall off when I want them to. Waist swivel, it's on a ball joint, so you don't really get an ab crunch, but it's a turtle. What did you expect? And legs kick forward this much, they kick back this much, and to the side this much. And it doesn't have a sculpted thigh swivel, but you can kind of fake it because it's on a ball joint. And double jointed knees, and of course foot pivot, and a foot hinge goes down this much and goes up this much. So yeah, a pretty articulated turtle, and the best thing is that even though this isn't the best articulation, like the lower subjects, Mikey has some areas where he's better, like the thigh swivel and the double jointed elbows. The good thing is that this company is actually improving. Their summer figure, or Mikey, is on pre-order now, and they've shown that they added double jointed elbows and thigh swivel. So yeah, that's great, an actual improvement. Now on to size comparison. So here is the figure next to, of course, the lower subject's Mikey. Here is the figure next to my custom Slash. Here is the figure next to the Michael Bay movie Shredder from Playmates. And of course, here is the figure next to your average $20 scam. Woo! So this figure is peak. In my opinion, is the best Donatello figure ever made, because unlike the Mezco, it's cheap. 50 bucks, something like that, on 5K Toys, and it comes with a ton of stuff. It's pretty nicely articulated, and the detail is superb. Of course, it's no Revoltech, but again, it's cheaper, and again, comparing to the Mezco, it is cheaper. This is why I like it more than them. And also the idea of the design is pretty cool, like the headband and the more turtle-like features. They're awesome, and I really like this figure. See ya, people!